Hi everyone, it's Beginner's Beauty 05. Thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to give you guys a haul / review on some packages I received this week. If you see the camera moving, is because I have my laptop on my lap, so you might get a little movement, but not too much. Hopefully not too much. So to continue, I got a lot of things. This week I got about 4 packages in the mail, and 3 of them were from e.l.f. and 1 was from Adorned with Grace. Now, with Adorned with Grace, I only got 1 product, so I'll go over that first, and then I'll get into my e.l.f. products. So what I got from Adorned with Grace was the dual fiber optical brushes. These are I call them imitations of the MAC 188 and the MAC 187 brush. These brushes shed. They shed just like any other brush, but this sheds a lot, especially this one. As soon as I got it, I cleaned them. This one just started shedding on me. I don't know why, but it just did. Maybe after a few more washes it'll stop, but overall it's a good brush along with this one. This one doesn't shed as much, but this is a good brush too. This one, which is the biggest one, is good for stippling on your foundation or powder and then buffing it in. This one is good to get into those corners like under the eye, around the nose, under the lip, and above the lip. And anywhere else like close to the hairline you want to get into, this is good for doing that. Now, before I did these reviews, I could have done these reviews, a haul, sorry, not a review, a haul straight out the box, but I kind of wanted to use them first before going on camera and talking about them. So after I use this, I've used this about 3 times. It's not my favorite brush. It really isn't. It's really flimsy. It's not dense at all. See that? I don't know if you guys can see that, but it kind of just like flattens out on my hand, which I don't really like. So anytime I do use this brush to stipple on my foundation to really set it on, but then I get into my e.l.f. brush. So that's the end of these. But I use my e.l.f. Studio Line powder brush. It's a very soft brush. Not so big, not so small, just big enough for the face. But I used this right after I used the Adorned with Grace stippling brush. I use this to really buff it in because this brush is more dense and you have a little more control. So when you like buff it in, stipple it and then buff it in, it's really good for that. So I use this brush right after I use my stippling brush, but this is my favorite brush. So if I had to pick between the two, it would be my e.l.f. e.l.f. powder brush. The next brushes I received were the concealer brushes. This is the e.l.f. Studio Line brush. No, the e.l.f. $1 line brush. And this is the e.l.f. Studio Line brush for $3. I'll put all the information right at the bottom, prices and names of anything that I mentioned in this video. I have a lot of products I received, so I can see I'm already about to hit 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm going to probably split this up into maybe 2 or 3 videos so I can show you everything that I received this week. These concealer brushes, what can I say? I hate this one. I just hate it. When it's wet and you put it on your skin, it pinches. Bad. I hate it. I tried using this. Oh, I'm sorry. this is a foundation brush. These are both foundation brush. The reason I said concealer, because I use them for concealer. But these are meant to be foundation brushes, these two. So I use them for concealer, but I don't even use this for concealer anymore because when it's wet, it just pinches me and it feels like little needles and I hate it. So bye-bye with this brush. This one I've used about once or twice to just for concealer to go over my eye, under my eye. But then when I got my optical brush, this just seemed to work better. So I hardly ever use this one. Next is my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush from the Dollar line. This is a good brush. It picks up color very well. Puts it on your eyes very well. You don't have to constantly dip your brush into the eyeshadow to get that color you really want. After probably 1 or 2 tries, you're good to go. I do use another eyeshadow brush, even though this is not e.l.f. or Adorned with Grace. This is the pink eyeshadow brush from Coastal Scents. I like this brush because it's more fluffy. It has more bristles in it. It's a little more dense than the e.l.f. and it's thicker. So it kind of picks up more product. So this is the side view. Right here. There you go. That's the side. So you can see how this one is very thick. So I really like this one. My next brush is my Studio line e.l.f. brush, the fan brush. I love this brush. So soft. I use it to fan away any excess eyeshadow that might have fallen on to my cheekbone. I use that to kind of fan that away. I use it to put, like, if I want a very light finish blush, dip my brush into the blush, and I kind of, like, you know, do a little this, fan it. So it's good for blush, highlight, and contouring. So this is really good. So guys, stay tuned for part 2. I'm going into about 8 minutes. So stay tuned for part 2. Okay? Bye.